Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and do this tarot reading for February 11, 2025. Feel like a fucking insect the way in which I've been operating and roving around. I almost can't think for myself in a way because I lost consciousness a lot. I'm also going to say too as well, it's a very scary thing. I had my ancestors, they were Igbo, that got thrown out of their timelines by Maria Parafin, the highest self of that woman, Elsa Serrano, who I got a reading from. For Broadway. With that being said, my ancestors came together. It's something about wearing this shirt that's powerful. They came together to start putting me back. And the strongest that I have, aside from the Cometians, I saw Anubis in my ancestral timelines, Nefertiti. I want to say Cleopatra is another one. I know she's a big one. I'm trying to think. Ra, I saw Ra. They were helping me out at the early onset of this curse. With that being said, Igbo, I have an Ifa ancestor, an ancestor who practiced or was an Ifa. I forgot the African name, Inyangun. She was a shaman, an African shaman. They call them Inyanguns. Sangomas or Inyangas. And they were making sure to put me back together. But I'm going to say this right now. It's a very, very scary prospect to lose your timelines. I had it done with, when I started getting all my timelines back, working under my father. Now I'm going to say this. Your ancestors, your mother, your father could be your connection to God. And my father was my connection to God. And my father was the one I loved the most. He was my dad. Wetback bitch, Maria Parafin, in an attempt to kill me off. It's something about May the 1st, 2024 that happened where she put a dubbick on me. I can show you the dubbick. And wanted to get rid of me, kill me off. Like I said, I've been seeing weird shit happening ever since. So something happened. It's reality just doesn't feel right. She's been trying to, full-fledged kick me out of my timelines. When you have your timelines taken away from you, that spells death. And with that being said, last night, and it felt ghostly when I had people attempt to put me back together. When I had ancestors, entities, roach spirits, my father put me back together, and I'm going to say this right now, it was depressing. Like, I'm just pissed off how this wetbag bitch, in an effort to selfishly kill me for no fucking reason, went after my fucking parents. Like I said before, I saw the Illuminati in my timelines, Jay-Z prominently, the royal family of England. I know that sounds schizo. We had to remove her from them. She was using their power, working with them, and she was working with a couple of other entities as well to try to keep me stuck out of my timelines and keep me stuck in hell realms. And her and the people who initially cursed me destroyed my timelines. That was very scary, but I had my poor father reach out in the middle of the night and say, Raven, I'm being cut up. I loved you when you were a child, and I still do. I always did. And I really, really need help. And he was begging for help, and I just felt, in a way helpless, because I just feel like if I play, I get this evil shit. I get confused, I get told, don't play this, don't play, and it's like, man, and it'll have the effect that they say it have, and I don't like that shit. Reality is supposed to be probabilities. It's supposed to be spontaneous. With that being said, I've been trying to get my timelines back and all of that, and it's just been hell. And my poor father, his God self, that's exactly what I want to say, came to me trying to help. And like I say before, it's hell. Let me show you all the codes, spiritual betting. With that being said, like I said before, the timelines start from within and then they extend from out. And I have this bitch in my energy body, my spirit body, astral body, tearing up shit, tearing things apart. Like I say, that killed me because, this is real fucking families. That August 22nd, 2022 timeline where I got soul swapped, that shit is real. I saw an Echiverry. I'm getting intimidated into not saying anything right now by the two people. I got an Alasandro Orozco, but it's two white people. It's two white people. And like I said before, that felt good. Them little roach spears and tranquilized themselves for me to help. With that being said, it's just been hell. You know, I felt the palpable difference. They tried to put roach attachments in me so I could be torn from my timeline. Roach attachment versions of them timelines. But like I say, that timeline is real. I could feel it. I could feel the roach attachment version. I know it's real. And to be torn from your family and all like that by a selfish wetback bitch, that's an evil motherfucker. That Maria Parafin, whatchamacallin', Maria, what's her name? Parafin. That's the most evil ass shit. And to see my innocent parents, you know, for our life, my life, you know, I was told in 2016, this should have never fucking happened. It's just the whole thing is traumatizing. And it's hard to fucking deal with. It's extremely hard to deal with. My life shouldn't have turned out like this. And like I said, that sounds schizo, but I know that timeline is real. And another event happened. I don't believe I'm fully in the world of the living. You know, I was seeing Aztec death masks. I was seeing all sorts of weird shit. Saying the word dead. Just crazy shit. And something bad happened. And they keep trying to distance me from my parents. Especially my father. Because he helps out the most. Because he loved me. That's just... And trying to track the Illuminati down. You can use 1248 hertz to get them. They also use something where... they trick you up to where you can't find them, 115 hertz. You know, I'm just going to say this. Jay-Z's real name is Sean Corey Carter. Those are some wicked, evil motherfuckers. I've been trying to get my shit back from them. Some of my spirit guides were able to do that yesterday. My Baphomet, you know, again, I used to have a recurrent vision when I was a small child of me and a couple of other kids waiting backstage to meet Jay-Z, Sean Corey Carter. And, okay, this was 1991. He didn't blow up till 1997, so that means something. And from what I understand, he took our blessings, me and them other kids. Here. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. You know, my parents ain't in a good place. I don't feel good in that timeline. I don't feel like I can protect them and look out for them as well as my brothers. They got my brothers involved. She sacrificed my brothers in that timeline. From what I saw, from what I feel, that's an evil ass. That's an evil wetback ass bitch. And from what I understand, going back to March the 21st, 2024, 23, supposedly they made a deal with the people who initially cursed me. I got an Ingrid Hibert and everything to take my shit. And I feel them trying to hide that timeline right now. You can use 115 hertz, but they use like inner timelines. They fucked up my spirit body so much to the point where, it's hard to see what's going on, where shit is at. It's just, you know, they fuck it up to the point where they can fuck with your entity attachments to where they can use it against you and you can't use it. You know, had my ancestors turned against me and everything else, like I say, that's a very evil, malicious. I heard, you know, she a racist motherfucker. She don't like black people. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Trump supporter. I like your wetback ass eater. And didn't go after the white people who cursed me, but went after my black ass. Because she saw what I have and everything and wanted to covet it. And a lot of them motherfuckers don't like us. With that being said, she's infiltrated my connection to Oshun, Yemeya, was fucking with that. I've had not just Ifa priests, but I've also had children of Oshun, Yemeya, and all of that help me out. You know, try to put together all my stuff. Being told right now I'm being fucked with right now, so I say certain. I'm not gonna ride like that. That's just too much. I need to fix this shit and, like I say, get back in that timeline, that August the 22nd, 2022 timeline. You know, I saw a white girl in what's supposed to be my body, and yeah, I got soul swapped. That timeline is real. You know, I don't give a fuck about the blessings. I'm more concerned about just getting my parents back. Never been a materialistic person. I never really gave a fuck about being Miss Popularity and, you know, making a whole lot of money. To me, family is important, and I just feel helpless in this situation. I feel helpless and mad hopeless. And I feel like I'm in a bind in my own, because this shit extends outward from you in your own head. Again, timelines start from within, so it's just hell. And, you know, they've been trying to, you know, this David Rayner, Barbara Rayner, really Ingrid Hibert and them been trying to get rid of my father, his God self out of me, been trying to get rid of entity attachments of my ancestors. That wetback bitch Parafin removed them, cruelly removed them from my timelines and claim my timelines as hers. You know, you can use 17, 14, 17, 15 hertz to get your shit back. 142 hertz is another one that's really, really good to use. She's probably going to try to use that to confound me, but I'm not going to let her. 432 hertz is another very good one. I feel shit like reaching into my energy, but my shit's all out of whack, and it's dangerous. I had my father come today, and, you know, his God self, and was like, hey, no, you know, these things be like, oh, you know, you won't get people. You can't. These motherfuckers are like the equivalent of putting somebody back together, doing surgery on the motherfucker while they're awake. That's impossible, and it could kill you. And that's how my consciousness is. You can't do it that way. You know, it's like, for instance, I learned under Baron Samedi, he did supposedly far worse. But he always made sure I at least had money or a place to stay. This shit here is, if it wasn't for Baron Samedi, I would have been fucked. But I didn't feel a thing. I would, you know, always felt like my consciousness would get tightened, and that's because these things from the future would go into the past fucking with us. Like the Terminator, from what I understand, is part of this curse. That's why my poor dad failed kindergarten and was kept back. As a matter of fact, when I called on him yesterday, I saw roach attachment, and I felt astral plane. I didn't feel physical, so I'm not in the physical. My parents ain't in the physical. I kept seeing the way through their roach and entity attachments, how they look in the physical. And yeah, August 22nd, 2022, as well as May the 1st, 2024, something happened. So anyways, with that being said, I'm going to make it short, succinct, and sweet. Get to the point. Let me go ahead and use my third eye to see what's going to happen for today. Let me go ahead and sit my ass down. It ain't just about sounding schizo, man. It's about being right and knowing truths of what's going on and just feeling helpless about doing anything. And I'll be trying to call on my dad in the middle of the night. I'm not sure if it's my father when they show up. These motherfuckers, this Maria Parafin stole my soul. consciousness. So she got it so fucking mixed up to the point where I can't tell if it's my fault or anything. If it's my father, consciousness working behind the wheel of so-called her soul consciousness, when really it's supposed to be mine, because she stole my shit. So anyways, let's go ahead. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my third eye to see what's going to happen. I'm going to say this. It's going to be a great day for you. It's going to be a great day for you. Things are going to open for you. Things are going to go in your direction. Just have patience. Everything comes not only in time, but in some cases you got to be industrious and, like your boy would say, put in the hard, diligent work. And I'm going to say this right now, knowing what I know about curses, all that bullshit. Look, I just like the nigga because I saw, because of what I spiritually see with him. He's protected by the God of light. But I'm going to say this, all that, if you work hard, you do this and do that, you're going to get what you want. Nah, curses can block that shit. I'm going to say this right now. For road openers, get Buddha beads. If you don't want to be under anybody, anything, Buddhist beads, you want the wooden ones. I literally saw on the spirit plane that they have demons attached. Oh, shit, we got the devil speaking of. That will block you. That will tear them demons up. That's blocking you. So let's go ahead and do the reading. All right, so in the obstacle position, we got the Five of Cups. And I feel like you're fighting a loss, a very, very egregious loss that's costing you a lot. That's done taken a lot from you. So be very, very perspicacious. Be very, very careful of that. Now, in the present position, we got the Three of Pentacles. And I feel that you got some motherfuckers, a couple of motherfuckers, blocking your path, but you also got motherfuckers, a herd of motherfuckers that's working with you and that care about you and are concerned about you. Ooh, beautiful. So right here we got the Five of Swords, and I feel like something is upcoming that's going to help you out. And it's going to have something to do with you taking your personal power back and owning your power, and also getting abetment from people that's going to help guide you in the right direction. So right here in the Chariot position, that's your subconscious, we got movement. And I feel like you're going forward. You're going in the right direction. You like, I don't give a fuck. We're tunneling through this. So right here, we got the Knight of Swords. Oh, what the fuck? That was crazy. So right here, we got the Knight of Swords in the Ghost position. And I feel that you see that you have a lot of opposition around you, and you just gonna tear that shit down. You just gonna throw caution to the wind. That's the most dangerous motherfucker, they say. When a person starts to throw caution to the wind, they always say that the worst motherfucker to deal with is a motherfucker that got nothing to lose. So right here we got the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles in that position represents moving in the right direction. You start playing 17,000 hertz or 114 hertz, that actually stops that shit from moving around and fucking with your energy body and that. So Ten of Pentacles, that's your advice card. That's, to me, you got the Six of Cups that represents family. This right here, to me, represents family. Six of Pentacles, coming back home, focusing on your love for family so that you can become successful. So right around you, we got the Nine of Pentacles. That's the energy that's all around you, permeating you. And I feel that it's a lot of ancestral energy, but it's also in conjunction as well. People who have your best interest at heart, people who are concerned about you, who have a vested interest in making sure you're okay. So right here, we got the Ace of Pentacles. And that's your fears and your hopes card, and you're going to get it. But be careful of how you get it. Make sure that you ain't got shit trying to hinder you. You ain't got shit trying to fuck with you. Woo, 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 woo. So here's the outcome, the devil. Now the devil, the Baphomet, Satan, and all of that represents the primordial darkness along with Zenu. Let me show you a picture of Zenu. You know, like I said before, I've actually contacted the Ashtar command regarding this curse, because if it's soul swapping, that's a tall order to overcome. The being that Aleister Crowley saw, who called himself Lamb. And I'm going to say something right now. Whenever you see a motherfucker on the cross, like I told you, you know, during this curse, I saw where, I saw that the original Jesus Christ is not his real name. He was Greek and he was black. And he was placed in the roach realm. Same thing happened with the Virgin Mary, who was a lot like me, a spiritual truth teller. And she got casted into the roach realm, which a lot of people don't know about. You can use 125 hertz, 1185 hertz to free people from hell realms, 156 hertz for spirit jars. With that being said, they always talk about Jesus being a sacrifice. During this curse, I saw me and my family placed on crosses. That means you a sacrifice. That's not a good thing. That's why I don't wear that. You know, I got into conversation with a black entity attachment, a black woman who was like, oh, I don't want to hear about all that weird stuff with crystals and rocks because I wear the cross. Now, unless it's the Ankh, which is life-giving, the circle means life-giving, helping, reap, holding somebody up. When you have, and then, you know, I feel that the cross in and of itself represents sacrifice to the material realm, because this is lowering your vibration by being in the physical realm. The 3D, the 3A, which is where I used to be when this curse first commenced, when I got placed in the roach realm. The 3B, you got the lower third, and then you got the highest third, or higher third, which is where, you know, the physical is. With that being said, the Ankh, the circular part, represents life sustaining, giving you a connection to the all, to infinite, to everything, while you're sacrificed to this realm. Even if it's a self-sacrifice, it's still a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice. With that being said, now I'm going to get to what that devil card means. You know, like I said before, it's not always something that you want to wear. You know, it's not something that you want to fuck with. You know, this one I wanted to talk about, Zenu and all of that. Let me see. Anyways, with that being said, outside of the Ankh or the Celtic cross, which actually comes from the Ankh, everything originates with ancient Kemet. That was one of the earliest civilizations, along with Samaria. You know, I'm going to say this right now. I'm cool with Pazuzu. He's actually really, really cool to call on. And you can call his name 3 times. He will help you the fuck out. That's my boy. And he loves black women. I'm going to say that right now. With that, you know, the reason why I mention him is because he's also part of a very old civilization, ancient Sumer, Mesopotamia. Them gods don't fucking play. And, you know, in the Arab world, they actually had it good when they were under them. And they weren't directly under them. They were being protected by God himself or herself. You know, really the God of light is actually a female. Tricked by the Light, that transcript I've been talking about that. So anyways, with that being said, You know, the source is feminine. And Gaia, Mother Earth, Gaia is an extension, a representation of that. With that being said, look, I got win in here and then the Fool, new beginning. I feel like, you know, throwing you off course. With that being said, you don't want to fuck with no cross. That makes you a sacrifice. Don't fuck with it. So anyways, the devil card right here. You're going to take a divergent path that's actually not going to work propitiously in your favor. It's going to work against you. Be very, very cognizant of that. Be very, very reticent of that. So with that being said, if you want a more personalized reading, please contact me at ravenbyterror22.com, at yahoo.com. Peace.